Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this bubble skirt, also known as puffball skirt. If this is what you would like to learn, make sure not to skip any part of this video. Cristabal, Balanciaga and Pieru Cardine first introduced this bubble skirt silhouette in the 1950s and is trendy and edgy. So let's start with the calculation. For the main fabric, I'll be using 360 degree Peplum Flare to cut this. So first we are going to calculate how to cut 360 degree peplum circle skirt first before we go into the folding. The measurement of the skirt I'm using is 33 inches and we are going to double this. So first we are going to do waist times 2. Whatever we have, that's what we are going to get radius for. So now 33 inches times 2 is going to give us 66. So we're going to get the radius for this 66, which is divided by 6.28, and that will give us 10.5. So for this skirt we are using 10.5 for the radius. Then the length I'm using is 27. We're going to add sewing allowance to that, the joining for the upper side and the lower part, which is 1. So 27 plus 1 will give us 28. So now we are going to decide how many inches will go in for the bubble skirt. I want to add 5 to that, or you can make it 3, which will make it 33. So for the main fabric, the radius we are going to use is 10.5. I made a mistake, I'm going to correct this. And then the length I'm using is 33. So like I said, I made a mistake. I'm going to cancel this 28 and write it 10.5 that we have gotten here. This is the radius we are using for the skirt. So now I'm going to show you how to fold your circle skirt. So this is my fabric like this. I have a full tutorial on how to do different types of circle skirt. I'll drop that in the link. First, I'm going to get the 10.5, and then I'm going to get the length of skirt, which is 33, right? I'm going to fold this into 2 like this, and then I'm going to fold it again into 4 with the same amount I just measured. So if you add 10.5 plus 33, you will have 43.5. I'm going to make that approximately 44, and then I'm going to take this round like so. So you're going to measure it round to get the length of the skirt. So if your fabric is not enough for you to fold this into 2, you can decide to cut this into sections. So you can decide to cut the front first and cut the back later, but you're going to use the same method that I have just used right now. So I'll go ahead and cut out the hem. And for the upper side, the radius, remember, is 10.5. You're going to mark 10.5 and take it round. This will be for the waistline of the skirt. As you already know, they are all on fold. So you go ahead and then open one side, and that side will be for the seam. So you open up this place like this, and this is what you have. Next, I'm going to cut the lining piece. So we are going to use another type of circle skirt to cut the lining piece. So for the lining piece, we are going to be using 90 degree Peplum Flare, also known as circle skirt. Remember, the waistline we're using is 33. So to get the radius, waistline divided by 6.28. Whatever you get, you're going to times that by 4. So 33 divided by 6.28. That will give me 5.25. So I'm going to times this by 4, which will give me 21. So the radius I'll be using is 21. So for the length, we're going to do the length plus sewing allowance. So 27 plus 1, which will make it 28, right? So now we are going to take away that amount that we added for the bubble, which is 5, which will give me 23 for the length. So the radius we're using for here is going to be 21 and the length for the skirt is going to be 23. So let's fold this. Here is my fabric, as you can see, as single as it is. First, I'm going to get the length of the radius, which is 21. And then I'm going to get the length of the skirt, which is 23. So my fabric is enough to take care of that. I'm just going to fold it once like this. And then I'm going to get the total of the radius plus the length of the skirt, which is 44. I'm going to take it round like this, just the same thing you did for the 360-degree circle skirt. Just go ahead and measure the length and then you measure the radius of the skirt. So I'm going to also measure 21 here and take it round. Like I said before, I have a full tutorial on how to cut different types of circle skirts: 90-degree, 180-degree, 270-degree, 360-degree, 720-degree circle skirts. So I'll drop the link in the description section so that you'll be able to learn in depth on how to cut different types of circle skirts. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. So this is what we're going to use. So here I'm going to, for the lower part of the skirt, we are going to gather the main fabric onto the lining. So you're going to take the measurement of the hem of the lining. Whatever you have, that's what you're going to make the main fabric to be. So I'm going to measure this. Whatever I have, that's what I'm going to gather this to. So this is what I have here. I'm going to place this right side facing together and sew it to the hem of the lining. After I'm done, I'm going to understitch that. And then for the waistline of the skirt, remember we times this by 2. So you're going to go ahead and also gather it onto the waistline of the lining. So after I'm done doing this, I'll show you how it looks. So this is how it looks. Can you see how the bubble skirt is nice? Make sure you understitch this, is very important. Then you are going to pull this like this so that this aligns straight like this and sew it. After that, you go to your machine and add zipper to your skirt and also a waistband. And after I was done, this is how the bubble skirt is looking. Very cute, right? This is very, very trendy and is edgy. If you have watched this, remember to give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you in my next video.